Hello guys, my name is Wale Farron. I'm a tech entrepreneur and you are watching Tech Roundup, your weekly opinion, views and analysis of the top tech events happening around the world with a focus on Nigeria. On Tech Roundup today, we'll be taking a break from our recent FinTech Roundtable series to bring you this interesting episode. In this episode, we'll be exploring a recent product launch, or should I call it a product expansion to the African market. My friends at Winward Online expanded their publisher optimization platform into the Nigerian market, working with Brooks Tech, the producers of Tech Roundup. They have now deployed the solution to some of the leading online news publications in Nigeria. And as part of the launch, I had a discussion with the CEO, Alex Fedossev, and we discussed several topics including the product details, value to publishers and their customers, and what's driving the recent expansion into the African market. I really enjoyed the conversation and I hope you enjoy the episode too. Alex, you lead a company called Winward Online, and you guys have a platform that is doing great stuff. I've had the privilege and the opportunity to learn about the solution that you're providing, but I wanted to talk to the audience about it. Tell us what you guys are up to. I know you're based in Silicon Valley. It's where we think all the magic happens from a technology standpoint.
I was on retention and thinking about what to do next. I started thinking what I really want to spend my time on, right? Not just like another startup just to make money, but what I really enjoy doing and bring some real value to people.
Yeah.
And my thinking at that time was, which now is even amplified, that our online experience is not great for one simple reason, because we can read news all day long, right? From different sources about headline news, something major happened, or sports or entertainment. And I always have a feeling after reading an article, okay, what it means to me, right? For example, if something's controversial, I'd like to see what people think about the subject. And who supports one point of view, who supports the other point of view. I cannot get it, right? Yeah. I read the article, I have no idea what people think about it. And I don't know how they compare it to me. Am I minority, majority, and what folks think in different places or different types of people. Yeah. And so I thought, okay, what if we just supplement this content online with interactive tools? Because interactivity, engagement is everything. Right? If you want to develop your audience, if you want to create a dialogue instead of one-way street, you have to give people a tool for feedback, right? So they can communicate back. Yeah. And that was the original idea, right? So I was thinking, and by the way, it could be used so many different ways. First of all, it gives value to people. They can express themselves, then they can see how they compare to others.
Absolutely.
It gives a great benefit to publishers, because then they can see more engagement come and people spend more time on the site. They're more interested, right? They get more value from the site. And of course, from commercial point of view, if brands get this valuable information back from people about, for example, their publications, about the product, services, or what's happening in the industry, that's immediately super valuable knowledge. And I was lacking this knowledge. My previous companies, imagine this, we tried to build a smart home solution, but how can I build it right without understanding what people actually want and don't want to do in a smart home? Is the temperature control the killer application, or is it more about video monitoring, or it's about convenience and light management, or is it should be like a really simple, cheap starter kit, or something more sophisticated and comprehensive? There's so many questions. And I again and again have seen that old research tools don't work, right? Like panel research is such an obsolete and very, I would say, non-organic way to collect information about what people think. And I'm all about organic experience. I think we should do research and we should do feedback collection where people already are, not to invite them to panels outside of their normal experience, but the other way around, bring them to the place where they're already like reading articles, engaging, and ask them questions, get this knowledge, right? But also create this nice overall aura.
Can you tell us about your ambition to expand into the African space? What's driving that? Why the interest, and how are you going about it?
Yeah, thank you. Great question. And especially now, it's a perfect moment to talk about it because, like you said, there's some traction, some real launches happening as we speak, literally every day. Yeah. And the story is that our legal firm called White Summers in Silicon Valley, They happened to partner with Africa, specifically Nigeria, some time ago, and we were invited as one of the companies in their portfolio to attend an event a few months ago. I was very impressed. I always knew that this is a fast-growing region, a lot of hardworking people building great businesses. Some of them are copied from existing businesses from America or Western in general, but many of them quite unique. And it's very fascinating. I'm a huge fan of entrepreneurship. I always support entrepreneurs and really enjoy working with them and hearing their stories. So I was part of this event and I met great people, including yourself. Right? And we talked about, what would be the opportunity for us in the region? And I immediately see multiple benefits. Number one, it's easy to start because we talk about Nigeria and maybe some other countries which are English speaking. So it's easier to start, we can work together. Number two, we already have our partner, our legal firm that already engaged and they're doing some joint projects. And number three, that we essentially tested, right, and validated that there's a huge interest because the publishers in Nigeria are very forward-looking. So they're very open to new technologies. They're willing to try them out. And as I realized from a few months that we just worked together, that people are transitioning from discussions to decision-making really fast. Because I've seen some of the publishers where it takes forever, month, literally. Pretty much like in my telecom past, right? When big companies, of course, take a long time to close the sales. And our publishers, exactly. Not even small, but mid-sized publishers, they're moving fairly quickly. And that's really enjoyable because I think, especially in today's world, we don't have much time to wait because we need to work today. We need to cooperate today. We need to make money today. We have our teams. We have our staff. We have all these commitments, right? And of course, the best way to get out of crisis is to keep working together and get something done quickly.
Absolutely. So it seems like there's joy coming out of Africa, especially Nigeria now. So how will you describe your target customer in that market? And maybe in any region, you talk about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 publishers. How are you defining the categories of publishers? Because a tier 1 type customer in the US may not necessarily exist in a market like Nigeria because of several reasons, including internet penetration, number of users on the internet, time spent on the internet, and things like that. So how are you classifying to make sure that we're targeting the right set of customers in that region as well?
Yeah, you're right. It could be more fragmented, but what I see pretty clearly that, for example, the news sites and the business-oriented sites are very high quality because they have a lot of original content and they cover local events, but always put them in the context of the world economy and the global trends. And I enjoy it because what it means to us that we can do some really cool projects. Let me just explain. Because first of all, our poll questions, our quizzes, our trivia usually supplement the content. And we like the idea when you can create some poll questions that reflect your local events, right, and trends, but also you can participate in a bigger polling that covers the whole world events, right? Something that's happening on a global scale. And in this case, imagine this, we can put the same poll question into Newsweek and IBT in US, Times Group of India, and Nairametric and other sites in Nigeria. And then what we immediately see is a super valuable information because same questions asked to people in different regions, different backgrounds.
Exactly.
Great data. That's a one world value. You can see, how things are different or similar, right? Depending on where people are, what they do, and what's their background and context. So that really benefits for all participants because there's no way that any individual publisher, big or small, can get the same kind of baseline, right, compared to others. That's where one world value is coming from. Plus, it also generates additional traffic and additional value above and beyond engagement because you have a new level of insights. You can sell the story to your advertisers. You can present it to the customers, readers of your site as additional value.
Thank you so much. And
thank you for having me.
So we have an opportunity to talk again. You take care. It's been nice talking to you, Alex.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For other tech-related stories and articles, please make sure to check TechRoundUp.tv. Some of the headlines this week include virtual reality and the concept of schooling, big tech reputation amid the pandemic, and robotic surgery possibility in Nigeria. As always, we'd like to hear your comments and feedback, so please connect with me on LinkedIn at Wale Farron and subscribe to the Tech Roundup YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Also like us on Facebook and be part of our vibrant tech community and discussions. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you all again next week. Good night.